Hi, I'm Dave Stoop, and I'm sitting here with Steve Arterburn, and we're the co-editors of the Life Recovery Bible, and we're talking about the 12 steps. And today we want to talk to you about step number 6. And there's a key part to that verse, or that step, that says we were ready.
That's right.
And I think once we've gotten through step 5 and we've made that confession to someone, it's like there's such a release in terms of what goes on inside of us that we're now ready. We're saying, okay, God, move in, clean out, and start the healing process, because I've done the really hard part. And now now this is more a passive step, because now it's God's part that's going to do the work in us. We just are finally ready to allow it.
And I think, too, in this step, when it says that we are entirely ready, I think it's an invitation to, let's take your time here, because a lot of times we want to rush forward and just say, okay, God, take it. But we're not ready yet. We haven't done the full humility process, where we've come to the end of ourselves and we've said, you know what, I can't do this. And we go right back to the first step there, where we're saying, I cannot do this. I just, it's not possible.
You mean these 12 steps aren't a 12-day healing process?
No, they're not. So as we work on our readiness, we need to look at our attitudes, our humility, and try to eradicate the egotistical, self-centeredness. To me, that's what really builds the readiness.
Yeah, this is really an attitude step. It's not an action step.
Yeah.
And our attitude prepares us for the action that's to come.
Right.
And we may not be ready. We may want to hold on to some little parts of the coping mechanisms and the behaviors. They're familiar. We just, it's like, do I have to give that up too?
Yeah.
And maybe not, but we have to be ready to do that, and the willingness to do that again.
Let me read the scripture for this particular step. Is James 4:10, and it says, humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up in honor. When we become ready, and when we reach this readiness to be humble, there is absolutely no downside, because the further down we go in our humility, the more God is going to lift us up. That's our hope, is that we're not just doing this as an exercise in futility. We're doing this because there is hope. And that hope is that God is going to take the ashes of our lives and create something absolutely powerful and beautiful from it, if we're ready for him to do that.
Well, and this step kind of takes us back to the first step, I think, as you said, where we admit that we can't do it, but that God can, or that whole preparation of surrendering. It's a re-surrendering, you might say, because now we have the specifics. We've done our inventory. We've made our confession. We have the stuff now. Now are we ready to deal with those things? And to admit our powerlessness to fix it, and we have to allow God to come in and do the changing and the healing in that process.
And if you think that you're not ready, keep going to the meetings until you're ready. Keep going to the meetings until you no longer need to go, which is never.
Yeah, and you'll get ready, because you'll see other people who are doing the same thing in the process.